In the late 1800s, science was dominated by men. Universities closed their doors to women, and the idea that a woman could change the course of physics seemed impossible. But one woman would not only break those barriers. Her name was Marie Curie, and her discoveries would illuminate the invisible forces of nature. The story begins in 1867 in Warsaw. At that time, Poland did not even exist as an independent country. It was controlled by the Russian Empire. Education was heavily restricted, and for women, the situation was even worse. Universities simply refused to admit female students. But Marie Curie, born as Marie Skłodowska, was not an ordinary child. Her father was a physics and mathematics teacher. Their house was filled with scientific equipment: old measuring instruments, physics apparatus, scientific books. Young Maria was fascinated. She loved asking questions about how the world worked. Why does electricity flow? How do magnets work? Why do chemicals react? But tragedy struck early in her life. Her mother died when Marie was just 10 years old. Her family also struggled financially. Despite these hardships, Marie remained one of the brightest students in her school. She graduated at the top of her class. But there was a huge problem. She had no university to go to. Because women were banned from higher education in Poland, Marie joined a hidden university called Flying University. It was an underground network where professors secretly taught students in private homes. Police raids were always a risk. But these secret classes allowed young women like Marie to study science. Still, Marie dreamed of studying in a real university. So, she made a deal with her sister. Marie would work to support her sister's education first. Later, her sister would help Marie move abroad for studies. To earn money, Marie worked as a governess. For several years, she taught children in wealthy households. But every night, after long hours of work, she continued studying physics and mathematics on her own. Finally, in 1891, her dream came true. At the age of 24, she moved to Paris. Marie enrolled at the famous University of Paris. But life there was extremely difficult. She lived in a tiny attic room. During winter, temperatures dropped so low that water froze inside her room. She couldn't afford heating. Often, she survived on nothing but bread and tea. Sometimes she fainted during classes because she hadn't eaten enough. But despite these hardships, Marie was unstoppable. Within just 2 years, she graduated first in physics among all students. Then she completed another degree in mathematics. Her academic success soon introduced her to another brilliant scientist. His name was Pierre Curie. Pierre Curie was a quiet, thoughtful physicist. He was already known for his work on magnetism. But when he met Marie, he was amazed by her intelligence and determination. Their shared passion for science brought them together. In 1895, they got married. But their marriage was very different from typical marriages of that time. Instead of luxury or social status, their life revolved around scientific research. They even spent their honeymoon cycling across the French countryside. Soon, they started working together in a laboratory. And at that moment, science itself was about to change forever. In 1896, a physicist named Henri Becquerel made a strange discovery. He found that uranium emitted invisible rays. These rays could pass through objects and affect photographic plates. But no one knew what these rays actually were. Marie Curie decided to investigate this mystery. She began studying minerals that contained uranium. But soon, she noticed something strange. Certain minerals produced far stronger radiation than uranium itself. This meant something new was hiding inside these minerals, something completely unknown to science. Marie and Pierre began the difficult task of extracting these mysterious substances. Their laboratory was nothing more than a poorly ventilated shed. Months, they stirred giant pots of ore by hand, slowly separating elements one by one. It was exhausting work. But then, something incredible happened. In 1898, the Curies announced the discovery of a brand new element. They named it polonium, after Marie's homeland, Poland. But their work was not finished. A few months later, they discovered another element, an even more powerful one. They called it radium. Radium had extraordinary properties. It produced enormous radiation. It generated heat, and, most mysteriously, it glowed in the dark with a faint blue light. Marie Curie also introduced a new scientific term for this phenomenon. She called it radioactivity. This discovery opened an entirely new field of physics. Scientists suddenly realized that atoms were not stable. They could break apart and release energy, a discovery that would eventually lead to nuclear physics. In 1903, the scientific world recognized this revolutionary work. Marie Curie, Pierre Curie, and Henri Becquerel were awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics. Marie became the first woman in history to win a Nobel Prize. But the true significance of her discovery would only become clear decades later. Radioactivity would transform medicine, physics, and technology. However, the Curies did not yet understand the dangers of radiation. Marie often carried tubes of radium in her pockets. She loved watching their glowing light at night. But that beautiful glow had a deadly secret. In 1906, tragedy struck. Pierre Curie died in a tragic street accident in Paris. Marie was devastated, but she became the first female professor at the Sorbonne. Then, in 1911, she achieved another historic milestone. She won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry, making her the first person ever to win 2 Nobel Prizes in different sciences. When World War I began, Marie used her scientific knowledge to help soldiers. She developed mobile X-ray machines that could be taken directly to battlefields. These vehicles were nicknamed Little Curies. They allowed doctors to see bullets and fractures inside the body. Marie personally trained technicians to operate them. Her invention helped treat over 1 million soldiers. Years of radiation exposure had slowly damaged Marie Curie's body. Scientists at that time had no protective equipment. They handled radioactive materials with bare hands. In 1934, Marie Curie died from aplastic anemia caused by radiation exposure. Even today, her notebooks remain radioactive. They are stored in lead boxes. And Marie Curie's legacy changed the world. Her journey proved that curiosity, courage, and determination can overcome even the strongest barriers. In a time when many believed science belonged only to men, she showed the world that brilliance has no gender. More than a century later, her story continues to inspire millions of young minds to question, explore, and discover. And perhaps her own words capture that spirit best. Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more, so that we may fear less.